So you guys just shot 6 episodes already.
Today.
Like today.
Today we did, yeah.
So now this is the 7th episode.
Do you guys know if there's any other show on TV that shoots 6 episodes in a day?
I don't think there's any. I don't think that's
The
legal.
news?
How would the news just covering shit they know is gonna happen next week? They're like, we're doing all the evil shit to everybody. Let's just cover it right now.
Can we just shoot this out
Since
on
we're
Saturday?
gonna put Corona out into the world next week, let's just cover it right now.
I hate to say it. I shouldn't start.
No, but we know COVID is real, Chanel. This is what I've been trying to get Chanel to get through. COVID is
It's
real.
real to a certain extent. I had it.
Do we think
I had
you did
it.
not? Stop saying
Did you
that.
have it, or
No,
did you have it like people say
no,
they
She's
had?
one of
I-
those people. She's one of those people.
It's like,
No,
I probably had it
Not
in February.
probably. I don't even want to describe it because it was so disgustingly bad. It was horrible. My mom had to change my sheets 2 days in a row because it was as if somebody took buckets and poured water. That's how much I sweat.
Let me tell you.
Okay,
I
it was
thought
like
you were-
no, it was the worst. I thought I was
How
gonna
many
die.
days did it last?
I
for
had a
you?
temperature of 103
Let me tell you what
The
the problem
whole
is.
time.
Let me tell you what the
How
problem is
long?
with this, Chris. Let me tell
for
you what
like
the problem
days,
is with this.
and
The
it wouldn't go
problem
away.
is that this motherfucker came on set and filmed with us for multiple days during this whole thing.
But they didn't catch it right after. That's how you know it's
And I
not
literally
that
said to her,
fucking contagious.
I literally said, hey, can you just cover your mouth? And she was, I don't have anything. And I was like, okay. I have nothing. I'm okay. And I was like, why are you talking about this, Tori?
Why do you make me sound like a fucking
Because during COVID,
80
that's how you sounded. You're like, I'm fine. Fuck
dry
off.
cough.
like an 80-year-old
Sick as a
grandma.
dog.
You coughed your lungs up.
I was like, okay. But yeah, but then, you know how
But
everybody-
nobody got COVID on the set.
Listen, you know how everybody do, Chris. Especially you gotta think who you talking to. She's a rapper. Rappers want some thug ass gangster story to walk away from and be like, motherfuckers tried to hit me with the COVID, fam, but they can't stop me. That's how she came back on set. And I was like, you don't even know if you had it. She was like, no, I know. The government can't hold me down though.
No, I can't.
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Please, no, don't talk about these things. I don't want to talk about
That's fair.
This show is great already.
Already.
I do not want the government to come fucking drop a bomb on my
If you
house.
think that they haven't already
Oh,
searched
that's why you don't want to talk about it? Because you think you'll commit suicide next week?
Yo,
That was dark.
I-
Sorry, you skipped all steps and just killed
Sorry,
you.
I'm telling you guys, after this, I will. If I showed you guys some videos I've seen,
As long as you search them on your
you'll
phone.
officially be conspiracy. You're already a little bit, but I don't know about you yet. But you'll officially be a conspiracy theorist.
I'm always down
Oh,
to
I'm deep in
listen.
it.
I'm always down to listen to everybody. So
But that's how I am too. Like, so obviously I don't believe everything, but like, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't hit the mainstream media that people don't hear and see. That is actual news that exists that we just don't hear and see, and a lot of it's crazy shit, you know, and it's hidden and people who talk about that stuff all of a sudden become conspiracy theorists just because you're talking about something that everybody else doesn't see on the news or hear about. So then you're the crazy one, but you're not crazy just because you're.
I say this.
I agree that it's dangerous to call every conspiracy theorist like a crazy, wacky person because then like something like Jeffrey Epstein happens and it's like, oh, looks like billionaires really were pedophiles.
I will
And
ask you this,
then-
Chanel, if you can right now, top three, without getting in details. I don't want you getting bombed on this show as you just said. But top 3 conspiracies that you have that you like. Hey, I may or may not believe. You don't have to get into any details. You just hit me with 3, whether that be Pizzagate, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. You just hit me with 3 that you're like, these are real things. Look them up yourself.
I don't even want to get into super serious stuff. I'll say, okay, Pizzagate.
Okay.
I do believe some of that shit. You just said any conspiracies. Bigfoot, I think you might be out there.
Okay.
Okay,
After all
I
these
like
years,
I like
I like
Bigfoot.
that.
Is that
I love an old school conspiracy that like still holding on. Like,
No, listen, but not just Bigfoot. And
Zeus is a
don't,
conspiracy?
don't. I'm not just joking or trying to. I think that mermaids and Bigfoot.
oh yes. Are you putting
I
them in
love
one?
leading
Are you
with
putting them in
Bigfoot.
one?
Okay, hell yeah.
Listen, this is why.
Are
This is why.
involved with Pizzagate?
Oh, for sure.
Mermaids are definitely involved with
100%.
Pizzagate. Can I get 2 pepperoni pizzas and 1 mermaid?
Okay,
Anchovies.
so
Anchovies.
well, I think that okay, everything has some truth to it. No idea just fucking came out of the sky, out of nowhere. Nobody just, you know what I'm saying?
You're creative. I'm creative.
I'm creative too, but I've never created
you can make a really good conspiracy. You've studied them so long. If you want to start one tomorrow, it'd be a dope ass conspiracy.
Yeah, man, I
Ooh,
probably,
should we start a conspiracy?
I am
A
creative.
conspiracy group. Let's make a conspiracy group. Us.
All right.
We start our own conspiracy group. Each week we come out with a new conspiracy.
We should see how many people we could get to believe
We
in
could
it.
get millions. And that's the problem, right? People would be like, everyone.
Yeah.
People love to make sense of things they don't understand. I feel like it's all. I feel like maybe we could like say that earthquakes are a government theory. You know, I feel like
What?
like
It's
earthquakes.
fine. He's saying something that's so
it's just
outrageous.
Earthquakes.
She's so against this one right now.
It's a giant EDM concert
Yeah.
happening underground.
Earthquakes. Diplo's in on earthquakes.
Diplo's in on earthquake.
There you go.
No, What's your third?
My theory on earthquake.
What's your third possible conspiracy?
No, what? Those were three. Mermaids and
Okay,
Bigfoot
mermaids.
aren't
No,
the same
mermaids
thing.
and Bigfoot are definitely the
It
same.
felt like the same.
Oh, for sure.
but-
They're
related.
both too old school to not be the same.
Yeah.
I look at Pizzagate and I'm
100%
like, okay,
folklore.
some of these things are true within this, but it's somebody trying to mash a bunch of true things into one conspiracy.
Yeah. No,
you know,
I mean,
it's like there are billionaire pedophiles, but like they're trying to take every little
exactly. Well,
sign.
there's billionaire pedophiles, but now it's like every single person's one. It's like, come on,
Exactly.
like fucking that person really, that person really, like, no. Now it's like, they're saying everybody's one. So it's like, I
and
feel
this
like,
person has art in their house, and this art kind of feels like a little
but
girl.
that's the
So
people
they're a
who know that
pedophile.
there's truth to it that are now putting the lies out. So that's what makes it seem like it's a conspiracy. That's what makes it seem fake. Is let's just say everybody's a pedophile. So now people think it's, oh, this is fucking
yeah.
bullshit.
Is there
Yeah.
a name
Feel
that
me?
is there a name that you would hear and that you'd be like, no fucking way? Because I'm not gonna say the name, but me and Chris got into a conversation this week where he literally looked me in the face and was like, and this is what I love about white people. I'm gonna tell you this much. I love white people so much because they will defend you no matter if they don't fucking know you at all. If they feel something, they're like, I will fucking fight for this guy. And Chris was like, there is no way that he
Okay.
is a part of that. And I was like, you can't say that.
Do you know who it is?
No.
I'm not gonna say who it is.
I'm seeing if she might have the same person.
The America's father is what Chris called the person who he defended. America's father.
It's Tom Hanks.
It's Tom Hanks. But but
Wait, how is he America's father?
I don't know.
Because he was Forrest Gump?
He's America's dad.
but he's not about that. But also
Barack Obama's another America's dad.
but in my head is this: I would never defend anyone. Look, I know for a fact, I know you so well. I know Chris so well. They put you both on the news right now and say kids found in your basements. I'm like this. Damn. Crazy.
What? You wouldn't have our
I
back?
wonder what this
Your
means about
back.
you.
No.
You would be like, yo, I know these people. They're nice. They could never do this.
I'd be like, I didn't know Chanel had a basement.
You know, she's
I'd be like, I've been
No,
around.
but I do. But I do. I have a basement. I actually have a
The plot
basement.
thickens. No, I'm joking. Should we get into the
Oh,
episode?
yeah, that's fun. Hey, welcome to Wine and Weed.
Hey.
Oh, wait, we didn't start yet?
Well, that'll be in the show.
It'll be there. I'm Chris Reinecker, a.k.a. The Chronosaur, a.k.a. The Goop in Your Gap, a.k.a. Your New Baby Daddy, a.k.a. Somebody left a new one this weekend. The Chrono, like the
there the
bubonic,
moose?
croconic or something? What?
Something about a moose.
The elusive moose. AKA. Why can't I think of any?
Speed bump.
Speed bump. AKA
La la la.
La la la. And we're here with a very special week.
AKA.
Yo, I'm literally
Camp
going to try to
counselor?
beat him on the AKAs right
Hey,
Camp counselor.
with
Yeah,
these
you dress like a
shorts?
camp counselor.
That's
yeah,
pretty
for
good,
sure.
actually.
I felt
Yeah.
like that today as I left. I was like, I want to
Camp
wear
Reinecker.
shorts. But also, it's also because somebody in the comments
need
made
it.
fun of how white my legs were last time
And,
I
you
wore
know, but
shorts.
it's southern.
And I feel like I'm more tan now,
Yes,
so I just had to, you know,
You
show
gotta
it
show 'em
off.
off.
I had to
Yeah.
show them off.
Shut those fucking legs off, dude.
You know,
Yeah, give those legs a close up if we can on this episode. And I am your other host, Sterling Stilo Brim, aka S to the B to your best to the Bree, aka is that a third leg? No, that's just me, aka Concerned Father, aka Black Mama, aka RIP Black Mamba, aka Stevenson, aka Fittington, aka is that your bitch not no more, aka shit, where am I at? That dude,
Stylist?
aka your stylist, aka
Damn,
Black
I don't
man
got that many.
just pushing through.
Yeah, he's got.
Okay, all right.
And with us, as always, John Ross.
It's all right. AKA cutting off Chanel.
Somebody was so ready.
She was so ready.
I'm John Ross.
Sorry.
Kobe Chanel is back.
AKA the Big Facts. AKA Terry Khalifa. AKA Shark Boy. AKA Young Jeff Goldblum. AKA Actual Factual. I got DM'd that one. And of course, AKA Big Sexy with the glasses.
Big Sexy with the glasses. And with us is a very special guest. You guys may have seen her on her Anchors video. You guys may have seen
Shut
her
the fuck up. You know you.
on a lot of things. I love
You
that.
know nobody's seen my fucking
I came
Anchors
to the
video.
no. I'm pretty sure the Anchors video got at least 1 million views.
It definitely got at least 1 million. I'm cracking jokes on myself.
At least 1 million. You do numbers. AKA the laugh that you heard around the world. AKA I'm sorry. No, but
Let
with
me do
us,
my
I
AKA.
know.
Yeah,
I
let
know.
her do it.
With us is a very special guest. One of my co-hosts on Ridiculousness. Just I don't know, a fucking superstar.
Aw,
Miss
thanks.
Chanel West Coast.
Yeah.
Wait, I
Y'all
gotta-
been asking about. They've been asking about you. When's
I gotta-
Chanel's coming out?
Oh yeah, we
you
get them a
guys,
lot.
I gotta do my AKAs.
Oh yeah, do your AKA.
Chanel West Coast, aka Young Bonnie, aka Sunshine, aka Little Fingers, aka C Lizzle,
Little Fingers.
aka Smokey Bear, aka that bitch.
Ooh.
Fuck, that was
That dude.
That dude and that bitch.
Wow.
Together.
That is.
Wow, actually, that was one of the strongest AKAs I feel like we've ever had.
Really?
So many people are like, I'm not ready for
AKA
AKA.
Slayer right here.
And you not only had them, but you didn't go like AKA CWC. You like a lot of people kind of. You had a lot of
Oh, those were real
nicknames from all around the map.
Oh yeah.
Do you have
Fantastic.
a rap AKA that you went by before? Wasn't it like
Young Bonnie,
Young Bonnie? Was it?
because I'm related to the real Bonnie. As
From
it's
Bonnie
you
and
say.
Clyde.
Bonnie Parker, yeah.
You say.
It's not what I say.
Show us the
It's
DNA.
fact.
Fucking. You
I'm
should have
gonna
brought
figure
it.
it out. I don't know how to figure it out or how to show.
Wait. How do you
23andMe,
know?
23andMe.
I don't know how to figure it out yet, but I know I'm related.
So no, well, it's like a thing in my family. Like we, it's been passed down, so
Yeah.
we know like that was our infamous relative.
My dad told me I was my cousin was Kevin Garnett. It's not. That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes people lie.
that is true, but
No, I believe that.
but yeah, that was like my first. So I was gonna go by Young Bonnie first.
I like that. That's a cool name. But Chanel West Coast. I like Young Bonnie too, though. Ooh, do a double disc album, Young Bonnie and Chanel West Coast.
It's like your Sasha Fierce.
Ooh,
It is. It kind of is.
Yeah, it could be.
What is Young Bonnie like? What is she like versus Chanel West Coast?
Well,
Young Bonnie keep that thing on her.
Well, the name started when she was young, and she is not that young anymore. So I also felt like I was like, Young Bonnie. That's also why I dropped it too. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna be young forever. I need a name that's gonna stay forever.
Yeah, but Lil Wayne.
Because even Young Hove, he did drop the young and just started going by Hove.
That was never his name either.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Young Jeezy.
Lil Wayne though is rocking it, and
Lil
he's
Wayne.
in his 60s now.
But Lil Wayne's,
I'm just kidding.
he's still Lil though.
Yeah, that's true.
never
That's true. It's
changed.
not Young Wayne.
Human. Yeah, just make that the.
It is Young Money, and
tiny
it's getting pretty
man.
old. It's a joke. Used to be
Don't say
telling him.
that.
I'm saying the money. He's got so much money for so long now. It's old money. You never heard.
He got mad money.
No, but you go young money when people are young and they make money, and then at some point you become old money. You can't keep lying to yourself. It ain't young money forever. But if you don't know about this show, each week we go over. It's a topical show. We go over fucking politics to sports to everything in between, pop culture, and we just have a good time. We do all of this while we drink. I guess you have a bottle of wine. No, I'm joking. I guess we're gonna share, but we drink wine and we smoke some joints, and we just have fun. It's
And
a
we're
comedy show.
And we're drinking Justin today.
Yes, we are.
Justin.
Justin's
Ooh,
back. Justin's got to
Justin
start paying
back.
us soon. And we're smoking some.
I
What
think
is this?
Chanel smoke is something different than us. 'Cause she's cooler than us.
I'm not.
But we are.
You're an indica person.
He's already making me sound like picky. I'm not picky. I'm not into sativa really.
We're smoking some acai berry.
Acai.
Is that really
sounds
what it's
nice.
called?
That's what it's called. Acai berry. Yeah.
I feel like they always pick names like that for sativa though to make more people want it.
And it's like
Yeah.
such a LA.
More for
No.
me. Exactly.
It is though. Indica. sativa names sound like, oh my God, it sounds so much cheerful and fun. Indica names are like, sit in the couch. You want to you like smoke this, sit in the couch. You're like, what? Well, I want
They're like,
this shit.
yeah, they're like Death Star and like stuff like
Sticky
that.
eyes.
Die today. You're like,
Train wreck. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
should we get into the fucking
Big
articles?
lump.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's get into the stories of the week.
Can you actually pass me your weed too so I can roll yours up? I actually should roll yours up.
Oh yeah, what's first? You want to
George
start
is
with
getting
funny ones? or-
Yeah, let's get into some funny shit. Let's have fun.
what not to do in a bear attack?
Oh, I wanted to go over that one just because Rob asked us today on ridiculousness what we would do if we were in a bear attack. So it was just, for me, I was like, this is fate.
Are we supposed
I have to
This is
fucking talk about
fate.
this on the, you can smoke it right there? Yeah.
Yeah, but I
You didn't get the
light
lighter. Oh, Alana definitely came and gave me 3 lighters and I didn't notice any of them.
I was just at Yellowstone and I had a discussion about what to do in a bear attack. So I'm interested in this article.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
We're all in the game now. Because I know what Chanel
Let's
said earlier and I want to hear what she
talk.
says now.
Bear.
I'm gonna say the same thing I said earlier. Why would I change my story?
Ooh, anticipation.
Okay, I'm gonna try to skim through these. What not to do in a bear attack? Push your slower friends down in attempts of saving yourself, says the National Park Service.
Number one thing you should do.
I mean, yeah, they're just weighing you down. As people across the country visiting parks and taking trips to the mountains find themselves in terrifying encounters with bears, the National Park Service has offered a few tips on what to do if you're face to face with the furry beasts. The first tip, please don't run from bears or push your slower friends down in attempts of saving yourself, the NPS joked on Facebook on Wednesday. It was a joke. Do not climb a tree. Both grizzlies and black bears can climb trees. Do not push down a slower friend. Why are they saying this again? If you think the friendship has run its course,
Somebody
this is
push somebody
personal.
down.
Stay calm and remember that most bears do not want to attack you. They usually just want to be left alone. Don't we all?
Yeah. So if you don't know earlier, I'm gonna tell you guys. Rob asked us a question on the show. Rob was like, "Hey, if you're gonna get into a bear attack, or if you got into a bear attack and you had only one weapon, and that was a 6-foot stick. Don't know why he chose this, but he was like a 6-foot stick. What are you gonna do?" And Chanel and Rob answered the exact same way, which I thought was hilarious. I said, the first thing I'm gonna do is try to stay still. And hope that the bear just fucking walks away, leaves me alone. I don't want to attack the bear if I don't have to.
Unprovoked.
So the second thing I would do if the bear walked up on me and I felt like it could get aggressive, I'm going to hit him with that stick on his nose, keep the stick in my hand. Rob and Chanel both agreed that's not the way. They're going to try to take the stick and wait for the bear to roar one good time and stick it through his mouth as if they're fucking
a 6
Leonardo DiCaprio on The Revenant, and they both can just take bears down. And I was like,
First of all,
okay.
Yeah.
And you stand by that.
I was just trying to think of the fastest way to hurt the bear and do something that does
It's
significant enough damage to where the bear maybe backs up. If you jam a log or stick, whatever the heck, down the bear's throat, they're gonna choke and probably you'll have a
Okay.
chance to get away.
It feels like a video game answer. It feels like a
That's very good aim.
feels like a Mario
take a
answer.
lot.
Like you gotta get him in his eye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, you keep pressing X and it'll hit him on his back.
quick time event.
No, if you keep going for his shield, you gotta go for his mouth. Yeah, yeah.
The weak point.
That's what I was
I have a
saying.
weird answer, but I don't think you can do it with a stick.
Okay, so, well, we need you first to answer what you would do with that stick so you can be involved in this, and then you can give us your
I would
words.
probably, like, maybe, walk softly and carry the big stick. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. No, but like be calm and quiet, but not like hold it at him. Because if you show aggression to them, they'll be like, I'm the captain now. They'll beat you the fuck up. But I also think that if you act, I've always thought, maybe I'm thinking mountain lions though. If you see a bear, you're supposed to act like big so that they don't want to fuck with you. So if it was like 2 sticks and I could like get up on
Break-
them like stilts,
The sticks in half. 3 feet sticks.
What the
break
fuck?
it in half, break
That's
it
a
in
lot of
half,
strength.
stick it in the ground, stand up, get 3 feet taller.
That's a lot of.
Who's
That's
gonna
not-
fuck
that's
them?
a lot of
That's
balance.
not-
That's not gonna happen.
Well,
Chris.
yeah, they're not gonna
Upper body
hit him in
strength.
the mouth, but
They can fucking have a stick though, but you bringing a ladder out to the fucking
There you
woods for
go.
no reason.
Here's the answer. I'll die.
you'll die. I mean, it is about being calm, right? That's
I
kind of
think
what it's
so.
about. And with mountain lions, it's about acting big. And if you have a child with you, you put them on your shoulders and stuff.
But why'd you just pivot to mountain lions? You want to let us know you just knew about mountain lions? Was that it? He was like, since we're
it's
talking about
also-
mountain lions.
I think maybe I'm just thinking about back to when I was a kid. I think if you're a kid and there's a bear, you're supposed to like get on the shoulders of someone.
Oh,
that is
no.
not
make
the
the
truth. Why are you
bear-
lying to people trying to get them killed?
I know it's the
You
case
just
with
stand
mountain
fucking
lions.
still, dude. If it's a bear, you try to
Yeah?
fucking stand still and let them go. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're attacked by
Get
a grizzly
on
bear,
stilts.
leave your backpack on and play dead. But if you're attacked by
Play
a black
dead, so
bear,
fall down to the ground.
Yeah, that's what it says. But if you're
Like,
attacked
I'm
by a
dead
black
standing up, I
bear,
ain't
do
winning.
not play dead, but instead try to escape. Or if you can't fight back using any available object, such as a 6-foot stick.
What if you meet a grizzly bear with
No,
dark?
no.
What if,
I'm the most gullible.
what if
Almost-
you meet
it
a
was
grizzly
almost-
bear
Said that.
with really dark skin? What if you meet a grizzly bear that look like a black bear? Because grizzly
Oh.
bears are brown. What if you meet one that's got a little more melanin in his shit? And I don't know. I'm like, okay, I think I should lay down. And you realize it's a black bear, and now your ass got 8.
Yeah, I don't know. It's,
Just
it's
fuck
very
me,
confusing.
John.
I don't think they'd be in the same area.
Oh,
I
I
hope
like
not.
that. Thank you, John. That
Okay.
actually makes me feel better.
There you go.
Unless you're in a zoo and you
Okay,
just
there-
got
yeah, if
into
you're in
the
a zoo-
Why are you
thing.
fighting? You go over the fucking, you go over the fence to fight the bear. They're like, why are you doing
I gotta
that?
settle this.
We
once
have to
and
attack
for
the
all.
bears before they could attack us.
yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one.
I'm gonna be so funny now. Hit this weed.
By the way, this is totally back to the subject before, but I just realized America's dad might be Tom Hanks, but America's uncle or grandpa, depending on what era it is definitely Morgan Freeman.
Oh, okay.
100%.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Freeman and Tom Hanks are around the fucking same age.
So then they're both
see.
they're both the dad.
They just live in different communities.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman feels like the grandpa. though.
Also, Morgan Freeman
I
is
feel
not
like-
our dad. Let me just say
Uncle.
that to you.
What do you mean?
64.
I hear you. I hear you. I like Morgan Freeman a lot, but do we have a choice? You gonna pick our dad for us?
Okay, Morgan Freeman's 83. And
All
Tom
right.
Hanks is 64.
Same thing.
20 years.
Dude, Morgan Freeman looks amazing for his age.
He looks
I didn't mean to
amazing.
change the subject. I just it popped
No,
in my,
no, we love the
this
fact
is, this
that
is what listen, it's wine and weed. When I smoke weed, things pop
Exactly.
up in my head in random
Exactly.
times.
That should be our slogan. It's wine and weed.
So
Things
Morgan
pop in
Freeman
your head.
had Tom Hanks when he was 19.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's some
as
real-
a grandpa.
yeah.
Mhm.
As
Yeah,
a
he had
different
as
time.
as a grandchild at 19.
as a grandpa.
let's-
What's another article? Let's keep it silly. I smoke now. Hilariousness coming.
That tastes good.
Interesting. Nick Cannon said he vote for Kanye West. Is fucking really interesting.
Yeah, we can
Um,
get
Is
into
that is that real news?
Yeah, it was real news. Yeah,
He said that.
he said that.
Where?
It's
Okay, we
it's
can
been
do it.
posted like multiple times
Like he
today.
said it like in an interview.
I don't. TMZ got him walking through the airport. He was tired.
Like,
Nigga, I just got off a flight. I said that.
All right, let's hear it.
He was literally
I think
still,
also New
still
Jersey,
asleep.
New Jersey teen allegedly murdered neighbor to become
Oh,
TikTok
yeah, I
famous.
thought
It's
that
a,
was
it's a
funny.
funny one, but it's not funny. Those
That's
people
not
died.
funny.
Hey, Chanel, you don't tell us how to run our fucking show.
But listen, let's talk about that
Let's
one.
talk about
'cause
that
I got
one, right?
questions.
Let's talk about it. That's what I'm saying. I thought that one was great for us, for you.
For me, why for me?
Which
I
one
think
again?
you have great
TikTok.
Like
content.
like on murdered vibes or something.
No, but I think you have TikTok vibes.
Hella TikTok vibes.
I-
Headline
Sorry,
reads:
sorry.
New Jersey teen allegedly murdered neighbor to become TikTok famous. A New Jersey man who allegedly killed his neighbor during a scuffle reportedly did so to gain TikTok fame. 18-year-old Zachary Latham stabbed 51-year-old William Durham Sr. to death in May as the result of an ongoing feud between Latham and
Why
Durham's
y'all
family.
even talking? 51 and 18? Y'all
18,
shouldn't even
yeah.
know each other.
Yeah, that's right. Why are
shit.
they even talking to
I
each
didn't
other?
realize it was
According to the
bills were
Durham
so
family's
serious.
lawyers, they believe that Latham lured the family into the house after multiple altercations that he filmed for TikTok. In fact, one of them went viral on the social media platform, receiving more than 3 million views. In one April video, Latham was confronted by Durham's wife, Catherine, who he repeatedly called Karen about his driving. In another video, Durham's 21-year-old son, William, tried to open Latham's car door while he drove, at which point Latham yelled, "I got a knife, dude." Lawyers also claim that there is a third now deleted video of Latham holding a gun saying this is how you handle neighbors. The Durham family says these exchanges began when Latham swerved towards their 17-year-old son while he was on his bike. Catherine then confronted Latham, leading to the viral altercation. After multiple encounters, Mr. Durham decided to confront Latham, and that's when Latham tased and stabbed Durham multiple times. Nathan.
Okay, so now this is just fucking dark.
I got
Yeah,
Chris just
way
ruined
darker.
Chris ruined my joke. I had a great joke, and then it was like,
Sorry.
we're not gonna say it now. Wait, now it's
Wait,
just dark.
One guy
Now
was
it's
an
a
old
horrible
guy.
art.
I did,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
One guy's an
sorry.
old guy. One guy's a young guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And the
18
old
year
guy's
old,
The dead one.
the stabbed one.
Yeah. The young
Oh,
guy.
he's dead now.
Yeah,
I
it's
was-
actually like a horror story.
I was just
in a
thinking to
small
myself,
town.
it's just crazy to be like, I'm gonna become TikTok famous from
From
this, and
killing
then they
this dude.
cancel TikTok.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. That the
Oh.
Trump
Yeah.
bans TikTok, and like you're like, I'm gonna
Murder's
become
canceled.
TikTok famous, and the
Yo.
platform you thought you were gonna be famous on doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
That would
man.
really be fucking
Honestly,
crazy.
I feel like this is why, though. I hate to say.
Okay, don't say
I know
it.
a lot of TikTok. I might have TikTokers coming and fucking murder me. Okay, but this is why things like that I feel like aren't good, because look what it's fucking doing to people. They're becoming so obsessed that they will commit murder for the shit. You know what I mean?
But you
Like,
don't think I don't know if it's a necessarily a TikTok thing or people are obsessed and want this thing and they'll murder for it. I think that ultimately people are just you have people whose brains maybe
Obviously,
are, yeah. So I think that
there's
if it wasn't
mentally ill people, but things like this.
I'm saying,
though,
but if it wasn't TikTok, it'd be something else.
But things like this, though, that's why we see all these crazy people online. We see all these crazy people pulling stunts, fucking, you know, that people film and shit. But it's like, there's crazy people out there. And
I agree. I think our brains are only allowed to or are supposed to take in a certain amount of dopamines a day.
Yeah.
And throughout time. And at the end of the day, this dude probably overdosed on it when he got 3 million views one time. It was like, well, how can I go bigger than that? And it's like, you're already not going big. You're doing some wild shit. You should chill the fuck out, fam. But it's like, no, I gotta make a bigger video. Well, what's my finale look like? It probably looks like murder. And it's like, yo, fam, it don't, like, at the end of the day, you know, this is, your brain wasn't able to even handle this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree with you, but I think that people, throughout social media times at least, I think people ultimately, it'll always be somebody. It's not, I don't know if we ever stop that.
I don't think so either. But think about it like this, though. If there wasn't a TikTok, it wouldn't happen.
I don't know.
I'm saying
I
it
think
would have
you're saying
happened.
it would- it
Yeah.
would have
You know what I
different
mean?
No, it would have happened. It would have
It
happened.
sounded like
You
this
think
was
that-
a huge conflict going on. These guys sound like
For
they
sure, for
were
sure.
in a thing, and I wonder if it's even
I don't know if
somebody
they were in a
else
thing
saying.
as much as I feel like
You-
he was in
you
a thing
think-
way more than
Yeah.
because even if they were in a thing, he was in two things. He was in a thing with them and a thing with the internet. So his was
the guy
amplified.
seems definitely mentally ill.
Well, that's what
the
I'm
guy
saying. So
who
his was
murdered.
amplified though because it's like, oh, I'm in a thing with two different. There are two different motherfuckers that I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with the people I actually hate, so to speak, or they might just be characters in my world. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And I'm dealing with the internet, so I got to make sure my storyline looks good. I got to make sure that people want this, and it's like nobody gives a fuck. But yeah, I mean, this is an 18-year-old kid too. It's also like, yeah, this dude's definitely not mentally stable, and now his life is over as well.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. Also, I kind of to the point
And
that
so
it
is that
wouldn't
man's,
happen,
and
like,
rest in peace, that
both
man
of
as
them
well.
feel like they disconnect you with other human beings.
Yeah.
So maybe this guy wouldn't have looked at this neighbor as a person anyway, but he definitely didn't when he became like you said, like a character in his show instead of like another person.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Also, it just sounds like these two, like it's just one of those like horror stories in a small town where like these young, I don't know. I have no idea. I thought
It's
it was
dark.
going to be funny.
Yeah, everyone thought that
That article
headline,
was
that
like
headline
fun.
was misleading like a motherfucker.
Oh,
though.
for sure.
Headline was like, "Watch Frosty.
This guy would kill for
This
a
guy's
TikToker.
wacky." you were
TikTokers
like,
hate
you
him.
read it. You was like, "Murder, 17 fucking stab wounds," and you were like, "Where's the joke in any of this?" It was different writers
Yeah.
on the headline versus the article. Why would they switch up the writers? Shit. Get us out of here, John, please. Make it fast.
Oakland A's bench coach apologizes for unintentionally using Nazi salute to greet players.
What?
4 times.
How do you
4 times.
unintentionally do that?
Exactly. Thank you.
Hey,
4 times.
The Oakland A's and bench coach Ryan Christensen have issued an apology after he used a Nazi salute twice during a game on Thursday.
It's just
Still,
it's a
though,
bad habit.
It was 4
I made a
times.
mistake and will not deny it, Christensen said in the statement while
Mistake.
maintaining that the gesture was unintentional. He threw up the salute at the end of the game when he was greeting players. In footage of the incident, pitcher Liam Hendricks attempted to adjust Christensen's arms into an elbow bump position like the other teammates, but Christensen then made the salute one more time. Christensen
I gotta watch that.
I don't know.
video.
Okay, first of all, I don't even know. I don't know if that's because I'm bad at history, but I don't even know what the salute
White
is.
power.
It's
The
the
white
straight
power.
up-
The all Hitler.
Hail
Hitler.
Yeah, just this.
Yeah.
You don't know
You,
this?
you
You
got
don't know this classic?
Chris, how about you put
You know
your
when they're
hand
just
down?
like marching down?
This is gonna be somebody just editing this and being like, Chris
So-
said white power.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
Fucking idiot.
We
He
got
kept
him.
up there for 30 seconds, too. Are you trying to send some signals? What's going on
In
the
20
show?
years, I'll run for
It was
some
unintentional. It was
city
unintentional.
council and all.
No, hold on. He's totally doing it hard. Like he's totally.
No,
doing
no, he
it
did
Is
it
there a
hardcore.
picture?
It's
Let
a
me see.
video.
Let me see. Oh,
Yeah,
let me
that's
see.
what I gotta see.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna let you guys
You
watch
gotta
it.
pass it
I have
to me.
my
That's I'm
opinion.
blind. I can't see.
Oh.
It's blatant. It's pretty blatant,
I just feel like if he did it twice, it's like
right?
He did it twice.
And like someone like went up and was like, "Yo, your arm is weird." You're doing it like. Yeah, dude. I don't know.
I don't know.
But-
You know,
well,
I think people are wilding lately. Honestly, also because of the masks. I think people think they can get away with shit.
Hey, your jersey name is on the back, Chris. You forgot. Oh,
Wait,
shit.
it wasn't
are
me.
you-
It wasn't me.
Um,
We have you on
still.
camera.
No. For me, it's just like this motherfucker. For me, it's just like get the fuck out of here. Number one, let's start with the basics. You know how good of a coach you gotta be for the Oakland A's just to make an apology with you right now, for you to openly say fucking Hail Hitler, Nazi shit openly with your team. You gotta be a good ass coach for them to still stand by you and fight through and be like, let's just say sorry. You should be firing him.
Is he?
He
a
should
head
be
coach?
gone. It doesn't
No, no,
fucking
no.
matter if he was the ball boy.
No,
He
it
should
it
be
makes
gone.
more sense that he's not. Like, if this is the head coach, I can't believe he's not gone.
I think he might be the head coach. Actually,
Is he
No.
really
What
the
they
head
do to
coach?
him? He
He
didn't
isn't?
get.
I could
It
see
said
some
bench
pitching
coach.
Oh, bench
coach
coach. Okay, bench coach.
He didn't get in
slide
any
under the
trouble.
radar.
No, they just said sorry. But
Okay,
I think
I heard this and I was like, I can't see how this accidentally happened. Or I was like, it's so intentional. He raises it slowly. He
Yeah.
raises like a hail. Just for anybody listening to this who doesn't get to see the video,
What
as
did
we
he do
saw
that
it.
during? What were they doing?
that was
during
the
that?
I think
It's
national anthem
very
as well.
intentional.
That was in the beginning of the, or they were coming back in. One or the other. Come back in from the inning, or
It was at the end of the game when he was greeting players.
Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah! Let's turn up.
Sorry,
Let's go.
I'm
Let's go
sorry.
over to. I also think. What I think is crazy is like. I mean, you might.
That's
you see the picture with
insane.
Kanye and Leroy Cohen, and he's throwing up white power, or you see like little WP shit they throw up, whatever they fake blood symbol, and then you could argue all of these things of like, oh, you know what, that one might have dropped. I don't know how long ago that white power symbol dropped. They've been throwing up maybe some years back. I don't know how long ago, But as far as the fucking Hail Hitler,
It's like
this
the
shit,
OK
you
sign?
motherfucker, yeah, the OK sign, yeah. But motherfuckers ain't rebranded that shit ever. You can't be like, I thought it was a new sign. Oh, I didn't know we can't do this no more. It's like this thing has always not been okay. So it's a weird argument to say I accidentally did this. It's been out for so long. That's
The
not an
40s?
accident. Yeah, how
Yeah.
long? 20s?
The 40s,
The
probably.
40s?
Yeah.
I think he didn't know that he was being filmed, and he's just fucking thought he could get away with it, and he is a piece of shit. Honestly,
They corrected his arm, and he did it again. He said, no, I had it right. No, I think you had it wrong. I had it right.
I saw it as him doing it and then someone being like, what the fuck, dude? And him being like, oh, haha, looked like a Nazi sign, ha, 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 ha. As if we don't
Wait,
know that you did
you
that.
saw him do that. You said
When he turned around and did it again, to me, I thought him going like, "Oh, huh, I guess I was doing," and because he does it again, he almost does it as an imitation of the first one. But we
Oh.
can't
But
see
I-
his face because of his
but I
mask,
feel like you-
so it's hard to tell
But I
why
feel
he
you
does
just
it
made
that
that full
second time.
thing up.
Serious.
Versus, like, in my eyes, when I saw it, I saw him being like,
Oh,
I saw
I
him.
saw it as intentional the whole time though.
Oh
Yes.
yes, no. But
And
no,
then
no.
this
I
as
didn't even,
as a
I didn't even see it, ha ha. I saw it in my eyes as this dude's throwing up white power. This dude told him, "Hey, dude, they can see you. You're throwing white power openly." I don't think they don't know he a fucking white
And him-
supremacist.
and
I don't
him-
think it was a surprise. It was like, I'm going to unveil my new trick at the game.
And
I think motherfuckers knew, oh, yeah, he hate niggas. They knew that a long time ago. I don't think anybody was shocked that they were like, hey, they can see you, Bob. And Bob was like, they can see me. I don't give a shit.
Oh, you thought it was that?
Yeah, I'll
Oh.
do it again and again and again for my ancestors.
Oh, you thought he was like, fuck you, I'm doing that anyway.
He's a white supremacist. I don't know shy white supremacists.
Oh, they gotta exist.
They're big. White
did it.
supremacists are big. They're performers. They would have let you know, you
You
nigger.
made them sound like they're like Broadway performers.
They are. That's what I'm saying. No white supremacists want to stay indoors. They want to go outside and test those talents.
Today's the big show. We're going to win the
Exactly.
game,
It's the Black Lives
Uh,
Matter protest.
and I'm going to do the Nazi sign.
On national TV.
Yo.
You finally did. You became a pitching coach.
I think.
I can't believe you didn't get fired, honestly.
I can't believe he
He
didn't get
has
fired.
to have.
I think he may get fired. I think they'll have to fucking jump in at some point. If the problem is, it's not enough black players in baseball. That's the real problem here. It's not being
No,
serious.
there's enough black guys in baseball.
No, you're thinking Dominicans. There are not enough black people. There are not enough black people in baseball. Believe me, I'm a baseball fan. It's only like it used to be. I think our peak was like 27%, and that was like the 80s and 70s. We're at like 3. Like there are no black dudes in baseball. So I think he was like, I'm amongst the boys. Everyone, calm down.
Ken Griffey Jr.?
He's gone, Chris. That was years ago. The kid that got suspended for posting the picture of everybody in the
In the
hall
hallway?
for the coronavirus shit. And she got suspended, and she got suspended for 3 days. But for those 3 days, she actually just did press around the world with all different big talk shows.
Wait, who?
What the fuck?
The student.
I'm sorry, but yeah, no, but the young lady took a picture and she just did press all around the nation, and she didn't do anything wrong. She just took a picture and said that, hey, you know, while there is a real pandemic, they don't really care about us. This is how our hallways look right now. They're not even putting any actual rules like regulation, and they suspended her for basically snitching on them and saying y'all not even actually trying to like actually regulate things. At least if you don't have us back in school, if you do believe or don't believe, at least you're gonna fucking have us here. Make some kind of rules or regulations that say, okay, well, only maybe this many kids in the hallway. Maybe we release kids, maybe this many. Oh, we release 10 at a time.
Yeah.
Out of the fucking class, go to the next. Do something. And you're just being like, we don't give a fuck. It's like, yeah, that kid wasn't wrong for posting that.
No, not at all. What the?
And they suspended her. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked.
And they wouldn't lift it at first, and then they tried to go back on it. They'd be like, we'll take it off our record. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's on her record. We all saw what you did. No, it'll be part of her story.
Her permanent record. Remember like
Yeah,
on
what
fucking
the fuck
cartoon
is a
shows?
permanent
On
record?
cartoon shows, they make you think a permanent record was a real fucking. They tried to scare us as kids for
Oh,
no
yeah.
fucking reason.
That's what these people just did to the whole country. They're like, we'll take it off her permanent record. Like, what? That means nothing at all. How about you do something about your school?
Literally, I remember an episode of fucking Recess and an episode of Doug where Doug thought some shit was going on his permanent record,
Yeah.
and he was going to prison, all kind of shit for just I think going late to class, some wild shit. And I was like, that's not real. As a kid, it did kind of scare me though.
Yeah.
It totally scared me.
I got a fucking permanent record. That's
Forever.
crazy.
I got a pink slip once in 6th
I
grade.
forgot another one of my AKAs was Spinelli.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
I like
For
that.
recess, Chauncey used to call me that. I used
Ashley
to fucking,
Spinelli.
I used to fucking, he used to be like,
Ashley
he used to be like,
Spinelli.
little Spinelli. I'm like, do not fucking call me Spinelli one more time.
That's a dope name.
That's a good
Spinelli
AKA.
is a dope name. Spinelli is great. But I do kind of think the whole that school just tried to do that to the whole country.
Yeah.
They don't have a way to respond other than we're taking it off her record.
Yeah.
Like there's no like, sorry,
Let me see.
we'll think more about how we bring kids back to school.
They don't care about that.
Oh my God. Well, first of all, it's,
Should kids go back
Here-
to school?
Here in LA, I'm gonna 100% say no because I'm familiar with LA schools, and there's like 40 fucking kids a classroom, so it's very overcrowded school system here. I definitely think no. But in other places, it's not like that. Like just from talking to my friends who are from other states, they're like, your classrooms had 40 people, and I'm like, yeah, that's not normal. They're like, no, we had like 20 people. I'm like, you can easily space out 20 kids in a classroom. That's a lot easier than spacing out 40 kids in the same type of size room. You know what I mean? So if they can space out kids, if they have hand
But
sanitizer.
y'all had outdoor class too, didn't y'all? California, y'all had outdoor
You
class.
wouldn't have
mean?
class
I
outdoors.
don't know. Y'all have fucking lockers outdoors. I'd never seen that shit till
yeah,
movies.
our lockers were outdoors, and
So-
that's another.
didn't
That
have
is that
lockers.
is a true thing too. Though a lot of our schools are more outdoors, so that's another thing. Is like it's not as confined, but then the classroom's confined, and then we have a lot of people in our classroom. So I don't know. I'm very torn on what I think, but I do think that a lot of parents are very busy working, and I feel very bad for kids not getting the proper educations right now because a lot of parents just don't have the time. I know growing up with a single mom, if I was going through this right now with my mom, how she, how her job used to be, and my mom was a safety specialist. So if we were in the pandemic when my mom still had that job, my mom would be so busy right now selling mad hard hats, masks, gloves, all that stuff.
she'd be
the face
visors.
shields.
She'd probably be hustling
Yo,
motherfucking
she
gloves
would've been
and masks
booming.
right now.
If she still did that, she would have been booming. But
Shit.
if I
the
was
feds would be kicking down y'all door like, where the fuck another mask at?
no, but let me tell you though, if I was a kid though, right now, like my mom, my mom wouldn't have had the fucking time to teach me, and then I would have been a fucking dumbass. You know what I mean? Like, like it's like these kids are like, they're not getting proper educations during this time. So
It's the
like,
time for teachers to hustle. Every teacher out there, we've already said it on the show, we gonna say it again. If you can find you just 5 kids in the neighborhood, I'm not saying every neighborhood because there are obviously underprivileged neighborhoods too. But I think you can still do the same hustle. It's like doing grown-up daycare,
Yeah.
basically. If you can find you 5 kids and you can get accredited, if you can find you 5 kids in the neighborhood and you charge them $10 an hour, whatever, you charge their family $10 an hour, and you can run that school for those days and you make more money actually teaching in your home than you would actually at the actual school. You're making $30,000 a year. If you got you motherfucking...
I think a lot of people aren't thinking about the teachers are going to be the people who come in contact with the most people.
They are. And that's what I'm more saying for teachers.
Yeah.
So I'm saying...
that's true
And
too.
the teachers are older. My mother's a teacher.
Yeah.
She has first graders.
Same with
And,
my mom.
and she's like, yo, I have decided I'm going back to school. I said, you're not going back to fucking school.
No.
You old. You stay in your place. This ain't your time for you.
And does your mom have a lot of different first graders or just one class?
Now she's at one. She's in a very small school.
But still, that's still intense.
And
to
them
see
kids
20
touching
kids.
everything in
That's
the world.
20 families every
Them
day.
first graders will touch everything in the world and then touch your face. So
That is true. That
so
is
with
true.
that being said, I want my mom at school. I'm like, Mom, it ain't safe.
It's
Ooh.
hard to find.
Yes,
a
I don't
solution
know.
for that.
It's hard. I don't know what to say about that. I'm trying to think like if I was a parent right now and like I feel like I would want my kid to be getting like that experience being in school and everything because like I feel like I needed it.
Just like the social experience of being in school.
Yeah, like just and
Yeah.
like think about like I even like my mom. It's so funny speaking of my mom's old job. So my mom's friend came over who used to work at her old job, and he brought us a bunch of gloves and masks and stuff. And he came with his 2
Told
daughters.
y'all.
He came with his 2 daughters. He went to my old high school, and it's their first year in high school. And I'm like, oh, it's your freshman year, and I'm like, and they're like, yeah, like, well, we're not really having it, like, and just to hear like. Your freshman and senior year are such important years. It's your first year in high school. You get all your experience. Imagine missing that whole year. Your senior year, imagine missing all those experiences. Like, just like these kids are, and even you're as a little kid, okay, going into your first year of school, kids are at 6 years old missing that first year going into school. So they're set back a little on how to adjust into, it's like, dude, I feel so bad for the kids right now. Like, it's like, it breaks my heart. Like, literally, it breaks my heart. Like,
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Every age is a, yeah.
No, I feel sad for kids too, because I'm around one kid at least, and even him, he says stuff all the time about I went back to school and I play with my friends, and I'm like, oh, you got friends? I point at my friends, like, you hang out with them? And he'd be like,
He's like,
he
no,
told his
F
mama,
your friends.
he told his mama, he was like, no, my friends. And it was just like, damn, this nigga know he got friends. Fuck. I thought he forgot about that. I thought we could just move on past that part of his life. But no, he remembers, and he's like, oh, yeah, I'm not your age. You know, you should be able to be amongst your peers, and you know that's how you educate yourself in a lot of ways too, by being amongst your peers.
Yeah.
And now that part is gone, and I think those kids, you know, as sad as it is, those kids may have to, I know that you don't maybe not believe it's going to go this long, but those kids may have to adapt and say, okay, well, school does look different now. Seeing my friends does look different now. And that's sad, but, you know, we'll tell them the stories. I'll definitely tell them the stories. A concert, kids. Look, gather around. A concert. Yeah.
I also think that some kids, just to tie it back to this article too, I think that as we start to be able to figure out how they can go back to school, I don't think it's time right now. There needs to be major, like, how do we change it? How do we change it? How do we let 10 kids go at a time? Because quickly enough, that will just become routine.
Yeah.
And, like, it won't be even a
it's
thing
just like
anymore.
how they used to have like track schools, you know, like I switched schools one time, went to school for a little bit where it's like a track. So some kids go during some months, some kids go during the other months. They could easily do that type of thing where it could even be like different days, you know, certain kids go to school.
There needs to be adjustments, and I don't even know if part of me is like, well, what if there was a glass on the front of a classroom and the teacher always taught behind the glass?
Guess what?
That's sad and that sucks, and like I feel bad that those students aren't getting,
but at least they're still getting it in person type of thing,
care,
you know?
But man, I don't know. I just think people should be talking about that.
If we just defund the police, we'll have more money. No, I'm being for real.
It's real.
That's very true.
I'm being serious and saying we would have more money to fucking spend on education and to spend on fixing these kind of problems, and say, okay, well then you know what? First thing needs to do is curriculum needs to change. Kids don't need to learn the same fucking shit. These textbooks still teach us the history of what blah blah blah. Why? Teach us blah blah blah. Why? Like, I'm just saying, like, you need the fucking education needs to adapt as well and say, okay, well, what is the world looking like now? And that's what our classrooms, our textbooks, everything should look like as well. You can't just keep saying we're gonna just keep teaching y'all the same shit, but the world is changing. What fucking sense does that make? And then from there, also, you have more money to spend on glass, like you said, for the teachers or whatever. Or saying, okay, well then now we're gonna build another school, so now we can spread out the kids and do more. So now we have fucking, you know, like that's what defunding the police means. And people think it means just taking all the money. No, it means that too much money is going to our cops and it can go to our other departments within what we pay for. And education is one of them. We should have better education out here. For sure. No? Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I think that there should be the exact same amount of funding that's in the police just in everything. Like there should be that same amount of funding in schools, in the community, in all those things, because we need that. You still need that same amount of money that they're putting into them. It's a lot of money, and it's ridiculous that they're getting so much more funding than other things. But that's the exact amount that needs to go into everything. So
we don't have enough money for that.
Well, it needs to happen. There's billionaires all over fucking LA. If every fucking stupid ass billionaire that lives in Beverly Hills just invested some money, it would be all better schools in Los Angeles County. You know, like it's like so many fucking people have too much money and need to like, dude, I'm like, I wish I had more money. I would be doing more with it. Like, I'm like, I want to go like build a homeless shelter because I live down the street from a fucking like a whole village, you know? Like
Kanye's building shelters right now in Wyoming. You want to go fuck with him out there. You get a couple tracks done with your boy, and also you be helping build shelters.
Yo, I would love to do
and you
some
might
shit
be
like
fucking
that.
around and be the vice president of the United States by the time you leave.
Yo, you're so funny.
I'm calling it out right now. Vice President Chanel West Coast.
West
And you
West
never
Coast.
go by your actual name. You just go Chanel West Coast.
And it's like West/Coast.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I feel like a lot of people like need to, you know, forget just looking into just funding. It's like let's talk about all the rich people that have the money to contribute and don't do fucking shit. Like,
I agree with that too.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. If I was a billionaire, I'd be dropping fucking millions a year just on charity and contributing and helping with schools and charities and homeless shelters and fucking animals and all this shit. Like, there's just so many things that like that we could help as rich people. I'm not even a rich person. Like, I don't even, you know, ridiculousness. Don't pay me that much. You know, we doing okay over here.
She's
but
rich.
I'm not rich. We're doing okay. We're not rich, but. Like, once you get to that level, though, I don't see why those type of people don't, you know, help out more.
They would argue. Some of them may argue that they do. Some may argue they donate money to a lot of different things. Bill Gates just gave, $150 million toward what he said, development of trying to make sure a vaccine of coronavirus could be under $3. Some may argue that's
based
great.
on how many rich people live in LA and homeless people living under every single bridge. I grew up here in the valley. The fact that there is homeless
First of all,
people.
I don't like you telling our location. Second of all,
Sorry.
continue.
My bad. Anyways, the fact that there's homeless people under every single freeway out here now.
Yeah.
And
Homelessness
there's
is
all
just
these rich
growing and
people
growing
living
every
here, and there's
week.
not something handling this or solving this problem. It's crazy to me. It's insane. I'm just like,
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
There's a definite. Also, just when you look at them, the first thing I think of is like, oh, billionaires exist. Crazy. You know?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that like also you can do somebody I've looked this up before. Somebody on Quora did the math of like how much it would take to house every homeless person for a year, get them treatment, get them food. And it's I feel like under $1 billion.
No, I was going to just say to you, actually, I think when they went over the actual numbers, I think it was 20 billion to like completely get rid of homelessness.
That's like worldwide homelessness.
No, I think it was 20 billion here.
It was here?
I think it was.
Oh,
but wait. I'll say as much. Even 20 billion here, like that's like, you know, Jeff Bezos broke the record. I think it was a week ago for making 13 billion in one day. So what I'm saying to you is, if he just gave up his 1 day check, that we're more than halfway there. That's just one thing. Secondly, I hear you, right? I hear you, and I'm not saying where this money should go from defunding the police. I think it should be allocated in different places. Even I think it's like less than 1% nationwide. If you defunded the police less than 1% or 1% or 2% nationwide, that's over 20 billion. You could also stop homelessness with that. Yeah. Too much money is going toward this thing, and that's what people are saying. But like, there are so many ways we can stop. It's just that our country doesn't care.
Yeah, no, we're all fucked up.
Like I joke about the Bill Gates thing, and like, oh, they say he gave 150 million toward making sure a vaccine for coronavirus could be under $3. Also, some would argue Bill Gates helped start the coronavirus. So it's like, so giving 150 million, that might not mean anything. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you dive into these numbers to these billionaires, Bill Gates, I think at times gives like 50 billion a year toward charities. And guess what? Still one of the richest men in the world. And what I'm also saying is,
that's
like,
the way to do it. I feel like
but what is it also going to? That's the question.
Well, yeah, that's
you saying that means nothing to me.
But that's what I'm saying. Even just seeing, that's what I'm saying. Even just seeing all these homeless people on the street, I'm like, where's all these rich people's money going? Where are you guys donating this shit? Like, how are these problems even here existing when there's so much money being made by certain people?
Homeless people?
It's 20 million for the United States.
20
billion, sorry, billion.
20
So,
billion
listen,
for the United States.
I agree with defunding the police. Not 100% though, and this is why.
Whoa!
Let me tell you-
Blue lives matter.
Let me tell you why.
I don't think anyone
Let me
says
tell you why.
defined
Yo,
100%.
let me tell you why.
95%.
I have a fucking stalker. I told you about this. A real stalker, like he's not mentally well. Maybe we shouldn't put that part in, whatever. But let's just say I had somebody coming to my house, and it was like a scary thing. Like I don't own a gun. My mom doesn't own a gun. It's me and my mom.
Yeah.
But this
two
is where your
women.
confusion is
Hold
coming
on,
in.
let
We're
me
not saying
finish.
get rid of the police
Let
officers.
me finish. You know how many times I had to call 911 and how many hours and days and how long it took me to even get a cop. I want to cry almost talking about it again. I couldn't even get a fucking cop to get to my fucking house. Like, and then I hear people saying defund the police. I'm like, defund the police? What the fuck? Who's gonna come then? Like
the police. You're
no,
confused.
but
That doesn't mean get rid of the police
they
officers.
never came though.
But what I'm saying to you is,
so I'm like,
number-
if there's less funding, I'm like, then what do I do? Then does Chanel end up dead when the stalker comes one day and has a gun and kills me?
And I hear you, but that doesn't mean that. It means, number one, it means too much is going toward that. We got motherfucking army tanks that LAPD have. Why the fuck do you need an army tank? Why do you need
We
these?
don't need army tanks.
So
But
that's
we
my
need
point.
cops, and
No,
we need-
but you're confused again. That's what we're saying is take the fucking money away on the pointless things you're spending it on. You're giving them artillery they don't even fucking need, who didn't even graduate from high school. Why the fuck would he be allowed to control a tank? Also, I hear you, Chanel, and I feel bad that you have a stalker. But black people are dying in the streets. So I'm not gonna keep putting money toward a motherfucking institution or a corporation that's been put together to go against my people. So I'm not gonna keep saying let's throw money at this thing. If I'm a taxpayer as well, this thing was put in place and started in this country as an actual slave patrol. And there it progressed and progressed and progressed into whatever it is today.
So I think they need to reallocate the funding, and I think that they need to pay attention to who they hire as police, because that's
For
also
sure.
but that's also why I think though that maybe it's like, maybe also because this is just, hear me out, this is what I'm thinking too, maybe why there's so many shitty cops and they're fucking up doing bad jobs and pulling triggers when they shouldn't be, is because they're people who are undertrained. That involves funding, okay? So they're people who are undertrained. They're people who are underpaid. Mind you, these people are fucking, risking their lives. So it's like that also involves funding. So maybe if there was better training, better money put into how do we do mental evaluations on these people, how do we do all this, that would make better cops. That would get better people in there. So as much as it's people think it's about taking away the funding, I think it's about actually keeping where it's at, but reallocating it and making it be more about making sure that they do mental evaluation checks and do proper training, so that it's not fucking idiots who just get trigger happy. People who actually know how to be real cops and do a job and do it right, you know?
I hear you. I think that I think you're not understanding. They already have more than enough money to do that.
Yeah.
That's not what they want to do.
It's definitely also, the whole thing does need to be reorganized 100%.
We've already
And it can use less money.
We've
when it's
already said
reorganized.
police reform and defund the police. So police reform means that we put in these actual fucking bullets or points and say, hey, this is what the police need to work on. Better training. Blah, 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 blah. This. Making sure that they actually know how to answer calls. Making sure that we can hire cops within our own communities. That's one of the biggest problems, is that too many white cops get sent to black communities they don't have to live in. So you don't have to see these people that you can fucking bully on or put guns in their face. You can go back home to the suburbs.
Listen, trust
versus
me.
if you hired motherfuckers that grew up. Imagine a motherfucker grew up in Compton and then became a police officer in Compton. I see these kids every day. I know the mothers, I know the fathers. I don't want to put them in jail. I may have to. I got to do my job, but I don't want to.
One way I look at it is that I think the police have too many jobs to do.
For sure.
I think it's unfair to give this one job. You have to take care of mental health people, and you have to be safety, and you have to pull people over for speeding, and you have to do so many different things. So if we can limit that person's job, and then maybe if they need to go to a call where there's a domestic dispute, going with a mental health officer, then you don't have to retrain that guy, because that guy is maybe not cut out for that. And
I think
you
it
do
really-
get
I think
to
so
now
much of it-
reallocate funds to that. So, but that's all about defunding the police, because now you're reallocating to mental health officers.
Yeah, the mental health. I mean, I
which
think
is
the
a
mental
form of
health shit
defunding.
is what it really, with cops in general, is what it all comes down to. I mean, listen, I'm not proud of it, but I got 2 felonies. I got many experiences with cops, and I was only arrested with black friends. So I do know that I was targeted. When I got arrested one time,
Give a white friends.
no, listen. When I got arrested in South Dakota, these cops were so. I was with all black people, and then my one little white homegirl, and they busted in the hotel room, and you could tell.
You two out.
You could tell they were so mad when they go, whose weed is this? And I go, it's mine. And he literally goes,
Ma'am.
no. He literally was like, no, whose weed? And I go, it's mine. And I was like, I said it again. And he looked pissed the fuck off that it was me, and nobody else did anything, was in trouble. And I was the one that got arrested, got charged with a felony in South Dakota for a nug of weed.
Weed is a felony in
It's
South
not
Dakota.
anymore.
This is a minute.
So now I need to
Oh
I
my
need to go back and
God.
figure it out, because now it's decriminalized.
And I heard when
need
he
to get that
arrested
dropped.
you, he said to you, I'm disappointed.
And then the second time I was arrested, I was with a black friend and a Hispanic friend, and again it was the reaction when it's such a long story. It was a half a pill of ecstasy, okay, and
Let's talk about it.
It
No,
was
I'm
only on me because I didn't want to take it. So I'm such a chicken shit. I was peer pressured, and I'm like, I'll take half. And I fucking broke it in half, and I put the other half in my purse. I forget about it. It's weeks later, and that half was still in my purse. So I
I
guess
feel like that should hold in court. I would love if court was that chill, where it's like, there's only half a pill of ecstasy
Oh my
because
God.
I didn't want to
If I
take the
could've
whole
told
thing.
the story to
And
the judge, I
the
felt like
judge
she
was
would've-
like, I get it. That's cool.
dude, I felt like she would have felt bad for me.
Understandable.
Judges like that.
But
I mean, I would be into it.
But
I'd live
again,
that
though,
So
way.
into that.
the second time,
Understanding
though, again,
judges.
the second
They
time
were
I was
like, that's
arrested,
cool. That's
the-
legit.
The white cop, he looked like he wanted to take one of my friends, and he even made them stay in a holding cell. They did nothing, had nothing on them. And I said to because I felt so bad. I said, they didn't do anything. Why are you making? I said, let them, because also it was my rental car and I wanted them to take it back for me. So I said, why are you making them stay? I need them to take the car back. and so he's like, no, they were in the car with you with the like he made up some fucking excuse that didn't even make sense. And next thing you know, I'm getting pulled away from them, and they got stuck and were held in a cell for hours for nothing. They didn't even do nothing. So
Wait, were you in a cell?
of course, I got arrested.
Okay,
I was charged.
They got me a
but
hotel room.
The way they got me a hotel room. Not gonna lie, it was a holiday
I'm
Inn. It was
white.
the best
I'm
room.
white,
Yeah.
so I got to stay at the Four Seasons. No,
Four
but
Seasons suite, not the best suite.
but that's why though, from my own personal experience, I'm telling. I know how cops are. I know that a lot of them are racist, and a lot of these people
But I need them.
are hired as known racists though, and they're hired as people that they know have mental issues. This fly, by the way, is going wild. You got a fly swatter around here?
You can do it with your hand.
No, I can't. No, it's like it's
the
all
Wild
up
Wild
in-
West, Chanel.
This fly is trying to make its debut today. It's like
All right,
let me
I'm
get
gonna
my
make sure.
fucking-
I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it.
The fly is really trying to get popping.
If I see him again, I'm gonna kill it.
This fly has a TikTok for sure.
Oh snap!
But
She's not kidding. This fly is aggressively
literally-
I just
going
noticed it right
Freddie,
now.
calm down.
like
I'm
hitting the
gonna get
Going through
perimeter
every
of the
single
rim.
it.
camera.
John's camera now.
Going through every single camera.
singing.
anyways,
Oh, he's on you now.
The Breaking Bad episode.
He heard you talking shit.
I don't even know where we were. We got totally off
Oh, the
on
fly.
that. Now we're on to flies.
Yeah. Jeff Goldblum.
I like it. Full circle. Let's go to callback.
All right, FBI searches Jake Paul's California home. The FBI executed a search warrant early Wednesday morning at the California home of Jake Paul, a brash YouTube provocateur who was recently criticized for hosting a large house party during the pandemic, according to the agency. The search of Mr. Paul's residence in Calabasas, northwest of LA, was conducted as part of an investigation, said Rukit Dalberis, a spokesman of the FBI's Los Angeles field office. Mr. Dalberis said he was prohibited from disclosing details of the investigation that prompted the search. The contents of the warrant are under seal, he said, adding that he did not say when they would be made public. An FBI spokeswoman said that a SWAT team was used to enter the house and that no arrests were made. Mr. Paul was not at home at the time, she said.
Mr. Paul. Never heard Jake Paul call him Mr.
It just sounds
This is my first
hilarious.
time. Like,
Right. That's
ever hearing
That's my
Mr.
father's
Paul.
name.
You guys think it feels like maybe it was just a YouTube video because
Oh my God, it's a
they just
prank?
gave him a great title, like the
Right.
FBI raided my home. That's gonna
What
do
was
10
it?
million on YouTube.
If this is a YouTube video, I will give Jake
Wait,
Paul
can I just say
all the
this?
respect in the world for fucking bringing me in and making me even talk about Jake Paul.
It
That's
does
To
sound
start
like-
with that, because I would never speak about Jake Paul in this podcast. So this is, hey, Mr. Paul, if you just put off a great YouTube video, congratulations. But I don't believe that. I believe Jake
The
Paul
funny-
is going down.
Yeah.
Never mind.
it says-
I was about to
oh,
say
go ahead.
something really funny, but never mind.
No, let's
No,
go. Let's
hey.
talk
I
about
was gonna say the funniest thing is I did Logan Paul's podcast and it didn't seem like he wanted to talk about Jake Paul.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's fucking funny.
That's a good anecdote.
Sometimes she just cracks herself up so hard. She just,
That's true though.
no.
He-
I mean,
So,
It's-
so
you know-
we still don't know
Okay,
why
so
the FBI
I'll-
well,
raided his
okay,
house.
so I'll get into the
Okay,
alleged.
if you know the
yeah,
details,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, I'm a Jake Paul fan. It's hit me hard. Been bummed. Isn't it Team 10?
Yes, that's Jake Paul.
You
Yes.
got it.
Team 10.
What?
Yeah, I'm on Team 10.
Yeah, I think
What's
Logan's
that?
the Mavericks, right? Okay, anyway.
I don't fucking know,
Yeah.
John.
What's Team 10?
You
Team
know
10
what it
is Jake's like team.
Jake Paul's vlog squad.
You know, like Team Jacob.
Oh, wait.
Your arrow is more Team Jacob. Team.
More than Team
Hey,
Edward.
don't make me sound old out
We're the
here.
same age. Well, you're younger than me. Because
I'm
you're a
not
girl.
younger.
You're a girl.
I'm a girl, so I'm just younger.
That's how it works.
Look at me. You can have it.
He Yo, thank you. I'll take that, Sterling. I'm younger.
Is there more of the article?
Oh, I mean, unless
Well, I was going to
yeah.
just say, so the allegations, or everybody is whispering, is that Jake Paul may be okay. Also, his another influencer that lives in Vegas by the name of Erman,
Oh yeah, I don't know that guy.
I got you, man. I got all the details. Let's get into it. I'm a big fan, Jakey Jake. No fakey fake
Are
over here.
there
I'm a
Jake
Jakey
Paul? Are we gonna wrap this back around to
Azadi
Jake Paul
Armani.
conspiracies?
Azadi Armani, who is allegedly a pimp in Las Vegas, has been connected as well. Their houses were actually raided at the exact same time at 6:45 a.m. In Las Vegas and Los Angeles.
Wow.
Jake Paul, the whispers have been that he is connected to a lot of illegal firearms. Also, pornography, have not specified yet if it's child or if it's regular pornography. I don't know if it's illegal to sell regular pornography. So it sounds to me like it might be a couple 16-year-old chicks. Also, I don't know anything. All allegations. I'm just telling you what the internet is saying. And then another thing is that they said that he might be connected to a drug dealer, or that he is a drug dealer as well. So they're investigating him supposedly for all these different things. Also, no facts are out. So again, what I'm saying is what Twitter is saying, what the internet is saying. I know nothing.
John, what do you see on the article?
The only concrete thing they said is helicopter footage from ABC7 in Los Angeles showed the authorities carrying firearms from the house and loading them into an SUV.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of firearms.
I will say as much. There were also a total of 20 vehicles, FBI vehicles, that was sent on his property at one time. At the very first video I saw was 5 actual tank trucks with all kind of fucking soldiers on the back ready to go, FBI agents in the back ready to go, where I'm like, who the fuck do they think Jake Paul is?
Jake
Paul's in there on a green screen.
It's for the fans.
On a baby bicycle doing some weird shit. And they walk in. They're like, Jake Paul. He's like, what? Who's calling me?
I do feel like people in tanks with guns like Jake Paul would be like, cool.
Yeah, for
I
real.
feel like
Yo, let's go outside.
Like tanks and guns are like Jake Paul's like, this is what I think is cool.
Oh, you think he was hyped when he saw them?
I just
he wasn't
Yeah.
home.
He saw them coming up and he was like, oh my God, my boys, grab a monster.
See, I agree with you, but I can even see more of an extreme version of Jake Paul being, I don't know Jake Paul again. This is all made up in my head.
Sterling keeps talking about it like he literally knows him so well.
No, because this is all made up in my head, but I can see an extreme movie version of Jake Paul snorting a huge line of cocaine and then getting a machine gun and be like, the fucking FBI's outside, you send those bitches in. And people being like, Jake Paul's an insane person.
Did you see that movie about the religious weirdo? The Waco.
Oh, okay. I thought
Did
you
you
were
see
going to
that?
say Passion of the Christ.
Like.
I was going to say, I like that movie. I thought that was good.
No, did you see Waco?
No.
I did not see Waco.
You didn't?
Okay.
Yo,
Sorry.
you guys gotta watch it. It's
She's
a true
in it.
story.
We turned it on like the Chanel's
By
movie.
the way, I played no, I'm just kidding. No, it's so good. It's not documentary. It's like one of those movies they made, kind of like the OJ thing they did and the Versace one, but on Netflix, not on.
Okay. And what is it about though?
I can't remember where it was. Waco. It's a real thing that happened. So basically, it was this guy who did this whole religious thing. He had this whole religious cult. He basically thought he was another Jesus.
Is this Jim Jones? No, it's not Jim Jones.
No, it's the Waco guy.
Who's the Waco guy?
What the fuck was his name? I forgot. You gotta watch it though. It's really good.
Is it a sex cult?
It wasn't a sex cult, but it was
But people are
there
fucking.
was some weird he was he had a couple wives and one of them was kind of
Ricky, you saw Waco? So you wasn't gonna tell us? You just sit in the corner? Help Chanel out. She was struggling on the goddamn podcast. She was like, "Fuck, religious."
Anyways,
freak. Weirdo Ricky.
But
was just
that's
quiet.
that's what ended up happening. So they basically were you can't have this compound with your own religion type thing. I don't know. And next thing you know, the fucking army was outside, and this motherfucker was
So you saying Team 10 is a religion?
Almost.
From what you made it sound like, it sounded like Jake Paul was the guy.
It would make me so happy if Team 10 was a secret religion and Jake Paul is their Jesus.
This is a conspiracy
literally
theory.
The FBI's like, what the fuck do you think we're doing?
Wait,
we're starting conspiracies right on this goddamn
We
show.
got our conspiracy. We were looking at it.
Organically, we got there. Jake Paul is Jesus. Too many people And Waco is happening all over again. Well, let me let you know right now, Jake, they can't stop you.
Yo, listen though, this is the funniest thing. So this past weekend, I was on a little mini vacay, and one of my girls with me goes, "Oh, can I invite Jake Paul?" And
she was an FBI agent. She's undercover. She's like, she using you.
Fuck! They're fucking using me to get to them. No, fucking, I was just thinking though how cool it would have been if he did end up coming.
And they came on the boat and got y'all?
And then we were like somehow involved and like, and then like I was like somehow involved.
You were thinking how dope it would be if you were in the race.
This literally just really got to her. We get back to like, I want to be kind of cool on a cool FBI raid. That would be kind of cool.
I'm just trying to break 3.5 million on Instagram.
FBI raid.
FBI raid.
This was what I needed.
I needed the
needed
raid.
it. I fucking needed it.
I needed the raid.
I'm so mad he didn't come on the trip because I feel like I would have got up to 3.5.
Easy. Imagine the SWAT team lands on the fucking boat. They come and get Jakey Jake. You're right there. You just lay yourself on the ground. And they're like, you can get up. You're like, no, I'm going down too. We're in the FBI raid. I need these followers, bitch.
You don't need to play dead. We're not there.
She's like, pick me up, throw me in the goddamn other boat.
Oh my God. Yo, my cheeks are hurting. I'm laughing so hard. Okay. Ooh.
I do think an FBI raid would be great for your brand.
I mean,
Damn.
the funniest is the other day I get a text from literally 5 different people like, yo, you going to the party tonight? It's supposed to be. I was like, what? I'm like, dude. I'm like, and all 5 people, I will not say names. No, all 5 people are very much the type of people that are like, you probably have COVID. I'm not coming near you. Just like the people who the people who have not avoided partying at all this year.
How many people on Instagram do you follow that you're kind of counting down COVID to? I have one or two that I'm like, I'm mainly following you to see when you get COVID.
And how many people do you know that actually had COVID? Just other than you.
I had it. Why are you laughing? It's not funny.
You didn't have COVID, Chanel.
Oh
if you did have COVID, it was very irresponsible for you to go into ridiculousnoss.
I had it back in like beginning of February before I knew before COVID was popping. Okay,
early
adopter,
the old stuff.
No, before we knew what it was.
When it was underground COVID.
When it was underground. Okay, when it was still like
on the trend.
Exactly. It was
like goth.
Goth COVID.
So that's when I had it. I'm not gonna lie. So the last flight I took, I'm at the airport and everybody. I didn't know what was going on. I hadn't heard. I don't watch the news.
Are
I'm
you
not
patient
a news
zero?
Did you bring it here?
Patient 1.
Shut up. So I'm at the airport and I'm like, why the fuck is everybody wearing masks? And I was like, am I like in a weird like futuristic movie? I was so confused.
It's
like
like
I didn't know what the fuck was going on because I hadn't took a flight in like a month. For me, that's like a long time. I hadn't took a flight in a month, and then everybody was
stunt was that on us for no reason.
Shut up. Okay, I fly a lot. Okay. Anyways, so I was like, what is going on? And I'm like, these people are so fucking weird. And I get off the flight, and I literally start.
I love this guy.
I start feeling sick. I'm not joking.
Oh my God.
No, I'm not joking.
Oh my God.
And
There's
that's
a 2-week incubation period.
Yo, I literally got it after that flight.
And then you came straight to set.
No, I got better, and then I came to set.
You were not
what
better
were your
than I
symptoms?
felt.
I'm not joking. You guys, I heard you guys mention it, and it was like I had just heard about it, and in my head, I'm not joking. I think I was sweating even more, like when we were filming around then, because you guys kept talking about it, and I was like, "Fuck, I just had that shit." I'm like, "Oh God," I'm like, I'm about to give it to them, but you guys didn't get it, and that's what makes me believe that it's not that contagious.
You
had it.
She literally.
No, she has the evidence.
She's a Tina Fey script of Mean Girls. And I know I gave you guys COVID, and you guys didn't even react. So I was like, who cares the fuck?
COVID's
What the
problem.
But
fuck?
it's true. true.
My
I'll tell
favorite
you.
scene is you walking through the airport going, what are these
going
weirdos
on?
doing? And everyone
This
having a
movie is
mask.
incredible.
It's so funny.
It's the truth, though. I'm serious.
We could just
Based on a
sit
true
with Chanel
story.
and just
Yo.
write a movie.
No, really? No one got COVID? Does anyone even
I
care
know I
about
left it
me?
here.
I'm telling you. I have to get the antibodies test because I'm pretty sure that I have it.
What if you get the antibody
had
test
it,
and
you
you
mean?
don't have
No,
it?
well, like that I have the antibodies. That means like
Yeah,
if
I
you
know.
get the antibodies, you're positive.
Okay, I thought you were saying you still had COVID.
No, no.
No, you have it. Yeah, I'm interested in that
I'm
too.
telling you, I had it. It was the like craziest
I had it too.
whirlwind
Oh,
of
here we
sickness.
go.
I had that shit.
No, you didn't.
I did. But I ain't let it, I ain't out here complaining like you. You know what I'm saying, fam?
Wait, what if you got it from her?
I definitely got it from her. I was definitely sick after I left set from her.
Stop lying.
I
Was
swear-
he? Is he making this
I
up?
told you this.
He did have a.
I
got
this in
literally
February?
He had a. I got sick before COVID story.
I literally. No,
Did
no, no,
you
no,
guys
no.
bring
No,
COVID?
listen here, fam. I remember it like it was yesterday on set. She coughed my way and she was and she has this thing. She has she's in a fucking war with the air conditioning system in the studio. She's been fighting
get
it for
hot
seasons.
easy.
She never So she's going through one of her battles and she was like, turn it off, turn it on. So they turn it off, turn it on. And then she's coughing at the same time. With the motherfucking yucky cough. And I'm like, I've never heard her cough like this. This is crazy. And I was like, Chanel, like, I remember I said something like, cough that way. And she was like, don't worry about it. You're not going to get sick. And I swear to God,
Gonna get
maybe
sick.
a
gonna
day
get
and a half.
sick,
Yeah, exactly.
Gonna
Gonna
get
get sick,
gonna
gonna get sick. And then a day and a half later, I think we were finally done. We wrapped. And I remember getting home and being like, I'm fucking sick. And it was Chanel. And I think I might even text you, motherfucker, you got me sick. I would like to look back, but I know for sure I was sick. But I think I was like fucking with COVID for like 2 days. And I was like, fam, nah, no more COVID. You ain't taking over my body. So I fought that shit.
Do you think I have you think I am like asymptomatic? Because if you got it from her and she has it from something else and I didn't get it, but you see her and you see me.
No, I didn't see
Maybe
you.
that means
I didn't see you early on.
we did this
I love
every week.
Chris'
I see what you're saying.
theory.
We did
We
this
never
every
took
week.
I
off
was like, I see what you're saying.
We didn't take off any weeks. John took off weeks.
Oh, I will say as much. When
That means you
But we
had it.
traveled
He tried to
to
keep
Chicago
it on the low.
together in mid-February for sure. So I don't
That's
know if,
true.
if the
Well, I know-
timeline.
Weird.
I know we stopped ridiculousness 2 days
Get
after
him bored.
2 days after the NBA stopped. No.
Okay.
This wasn't that pre-COVID, guys, as you guys are saying. This was COVID. She never had COVID.
No,
look, this wasn't pre-COVID. Look, this was.
No, I'm telling you, I
'cause
had it,
we were
and
on
then it was like the day after I fucking like got better enough to like be better. It was like all of a sudden I was like I heard about COVID, and then I was like,
no,
wait,
it just depends on
is
where
that
you're
what I
at
had?
in the COVID chart because we were 2 days after the NBA. After the NBA shut down, ridiculousness shut down 2 days later.
Yeah.
Because me and Rob kept talking. He was like, "What do you think we should do?" I was like, "I think we should possibly stop." Because I was doing this show, which we talk about the news. So I kept hearing about COVID. COVID. So I was like, yo, I think we should stop. I think we don't want to I don't think we want to leave people in harm's way and they're going to end up getting COVID. Those were the days, that week before was days that you were coughing on people. Is what I'm saying to you. This was like mid-February I'm talking.
yeah.
Yeah, you were coughing. That wasn't pre-COVID. You were full on COVID. You were full on in the COVID files. Exactly,
The
Chris.
COVID files.
So what I'm saying to you is early on COVID, I will say as much. The difference was this. I was really so focused and aggressively with trying to strengthen my immune system. So most people are just trying not to get COVID. I also was being like, no, I was mixing up all kind of shit each day, elderberry and this and it, like mixing up all kind of shit to make sure my immune system was strengthening. So I think I got that COVID for like a strong 2-3 days, but I really think I was fighting that shit, fam. Is what I'm saying to you.
Wow.
Turmeric was going crazy in his crib.
Yo, as soon as we got shut down,
Yeah.
I was like the fucking COVID queen. You guys should have seen me at my house. There was not a speck in my house that wasn't wiped with the Clorox wet wipe thing.
You got money. You was just wasting Clorox white wipes like that,
Damn,
man.
I saw.
Them shits was
No,
scarce at that time.
I fucking cleaned
That's true.
the house top to bottom. I told my mom the day that they shut down ridiculousness, because my mom lives with me now. I called my mom and said, throw out every bong and pipe in my house right now I don't know who the fuck has been hitting my shit. Get rid of it. And then like 3 days later, I was so sad, you guys, because I had nothing to smoke out.
I mean, you can just alcohol wipe it.
Yeah.
You leave it outside for 3 days, the COVID dies.
Everything-
Definitely doesn't last
Everything
forever.
is shut down, and I gotta show you when I get back home tonight. I'm gonna send you a picture of what I've been smoking out of since the pandemic started.
You just
Because
need
all the
alcohol.
fucking stores have been
Chanel.
shut down, the bong shops and shit.
Chanel, as my friend, I love you. You can have that bong I have.
Oh my god, that would be such a
no,
gift.
it's yours. It's a gift.
I gotta show you what I've been
I don't
smoking
smoke
out
out
of.
He does. He
Wait,
bought
so-
it to
I used
try.
it once,
He
I
bought
think
it
maybe
to
you-
try a bong.
and I almost killed myself.
He tried a bong. He was like, I don't like bongs.
The funniest shit. So 3 days
Yours.
later, after I throw out all the shit, I'm like going crazy. Everything's closed. I literally had nothing to smoke out of except for blunts, and I didn't want to smoke a blunt because I was like, I don't know, whatever. So, so I was by myself.
I want a whole series of Chanel COVID
It's amazing, right?
stories.
Yeah.
Chanel COVID
She's supposed
stories.
to have
are
a
She's
whole
amazing.
like Mr. Bean.
Everyone's been trying to get her to do a Twitter called Chanel West Quotes. Because
No,
fucking-
fucking
That's
Big
so
Cat.
good.
Big Cat had that rolling for a minute when I lived with him when we were
oh,
roommates.
he was doing it.
Yes, when we were roommates, I started
Oh.
saying things that apparently were quotable.
They're
And
all
Big Cat
quotable.
was like,
It's just
I'm
so
starting
funny.
the hashtag Chanel West quotes. and so he would always quote me saying shit.
I love
And he
Big
would
Cat.
put
Big Cat's so smart too.
I know.
Smart.
He would put that. Dud, wait, were you on Fantasy Factory when we did the IQ test?
No, I was 1 year out. No, I was not, but I knew about it. I was there when you guys were doing it.
Dude, Big Cat was the smartest person on Fantasy Factory. He had the highest
That's
IQ.
not surprising.
Higher than Jeff, who went to law school for years.
Big Cat
and
is
shit.
smart for. You talk to Big
Yeah,
Cat
yeah.
for like 10 minutes. You're like, oh, you're smart. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. No, but where were we going with this? What was I saying before you guys distracted
Oh, I did
me?
do that. I'm sorry.
So we were talking about the COVID story.
Oh,
no.
boy.
Oh yeah, so then I'm like, you guys, I'm literally like searching my cupboards left and right. I'm like, I know I have a little bong here somewhere. I'm gonna send you a picture later of what this bong is and what I've been smoking out of now for the past however many months. It's horrible. People come over and I'm like embarrassed. I'm like, I don't smoke out of that. Like, it's literally like people probably look at it and think it has COVID because it's like this little tiny baby
What is it?
bong.
Just order online.
If
It's
you
just-
send us a picture of it, can we put it on the podcast?
You can.
Okay.
It's just you know,
It's just, what is it? Is it acrylic?
it's just such a ghetto little bong.
Is it glass?
Like I'm like
probably
I should
plastic.
have like a classy
Plastic?
like
Well, that's acrylic.
dope.
Oh.
I love that you have the Rick and Morty bong though because I
That's
have
your bong.
I have a Rick and Morty rolling tray.
That's your bong
that's
now.
perfect.
And-
Oh, you got the whole set now.
And the rolling tray is 3D, so when you put on 3D
Wait,
glasses when you're high.
Why would you do that?
Wait, you have 3D glasses?
But you gotta start rolling it. If you're rolling it,
What do you mean?
are you high when you start rolling? I don't know. I see it.
The
Order
3D
of
glasses.
operations
Just I don't
problem.
see why would you want to see those in 3D?
You gotta see the rolling tray. It looks
But
like
like why? But like why would you like?
Why not?
What do you get from it?
Is there also Rick and Morty on it?
you're just like extra high.
I think
and,
so.
like- yeah, it's Rick and Morty and Homer Simpson's on it too. So
Oh,
it's
What
like
the
that's too
fuck?
much.
So it's ghetto. It's fake.
close
First of all,
enough to
Yeah,
me.
let's
that's-
start with
that
that.
sounds
It's
fan
fake.
art.
It's fake. You didn't say it was bootleg.
I
Let's
got
start
it
with
at
that.
Venice. Duh.
Oh.
You didn't say that.
It was
Come
Italian.
on.
So
I
We
bought
should
it
have
from
known
one-
it was 3D.
I bought it from one of those little guys on Venice.
We should have known it was
Alright.
3D.
It is 3D.
I know.
Oh.
Now I feel like they're supporting local artists. I like it.
But they're 2D characters. Okay.
He said, but they're 2D.
That's why I imagine that everything
Wait, that
was
is
3D except.
fucking hilarious that you just said that. That's something my dad would say because my dad draws
Oh.
like cartoons.
Oh,
and
okay.
characters.
I just thought I had like dad humor. I thought that's what you were
Hey,
saying.
No, my dad.
AKA
My dad would
something my
tell me
dad
like, but
would
wait,
say.
they're 2D.
They
Like,
are 2D characters.
Whoa.
that's so funny.
6-year-old chokes on face mask that was
I mean,
baked
I
into her
thought the
chicken
other one was
McNuggets.
gonna be funny.
The nuggets and the mask one is good. It's
Yeah,
very
let's hear
relevant.
nuggets.
Okay. All right, well, end the day.
Very relevant.
It's very relevant. It's
Mask.
Masks are
so
hot
relevant.
and nuggets are hot.
good. Temperature.
What are you gonna do about it? People are buying nuggets.
Max made it happen. Okay, so the headline reads: 6-year-old chokes on face mask that was baked into her chicken McNuggets. In today's highly gross story of the day, a mom was not McLovin' it after her 6-year-old daughter choked on a
Yes,
piece.
let's go for
Who's
it.
the writer? I
Yeah,
like
this
that.
guy's
I know,
killing
right?
it. This
I
guy
know,
came
right?
out strong.
It's a
Silky
rare.
Jasso, very S-I-L-K-E.
Silky Jasso, of course.
Let's see. Was not McLovin it after her 6-year-old daughter choked on a piece of a face mask that she claims was baked inside her McDonald's chicken nuggets. Yes, so gross. This is why I try to avoid that place at all costs. According to the mom who shared her story in a now deleted Facebook post.
This is why. I knew this would
as if this story is happening so much. This is why I stay away from this.
I knew this would happen.
I mean, McDonald's has had many stories like
Yes.
I'm sorry, but this is why I think it's a lie. Those fucking nuggets, bitch, those are frozen.
That's
I
fair.
agree. I was saying the
Yes,
same
that's
thing.
so fair.
They're not in there cooking
But
them
the
like it's
people
fucking
in the
in and
freezing
out.
plant
You know
are
what I
wearing
mean? Like-
masks. I don't know.
Oh,
people in the
is that
freezer
it?
plants are wearing masks right now too.
Detective West Coast.
Yeah. How you know her name? That's her name for real. Rob calls her that too.
No,
Oh,
but
wow.
when I took
we
my
call her
app,
a party detective though.
when I
She
took my
can solve any
aptitude
party.
test, my aptitude test in high school said I should be a detective,
Wow.
a psychologist, or a teacher. I was so
No.
fucking
I think
mad. I
you're
took
all
it
of
again.
them.
I was like, I'm a creative. I literally was a dancer, singer my whole life. And I'm like, I take this test that's telling me to do all this shit like that has to do with like the mind and figuring shit out. I'm like, I don't got time for all this.
Oh,
I'm trying to dance
creativity's
and
the
sing.
mind.
And you were like mad. You were like,
I was
but
just, like, mad.
I chose the
Because
thing I wanted
nothing,
to
you know,
do.
like I had friends who like took their aptitude and it said stuff about like being like entertainer, and they were like not even. I'm like, you don't even fucking do shit.
Oh, so
Oh,
this is
you're
a
a
bad
hater.
test. This is a bad test.
I remember.
She's
that
like, give me your
moment.
test. I want
No,
those
you remember
answers.
it tells you because it based on the test. It tells you like what's the good like the
Yeah.
good jobs for you.
Career.
Yeah,
You know what's
detective,
funny?
psychologist, and teacher.
I didn't
What?
take that fucking test for real. I fucking took that test suck my dick. Because I didn't test it fucking tell me what I was doing in life. You can't listen to that fucking test.
I didn't listen to it, obviously.
I think you
Otherwise, I'd
did.
be
I
a
think you did. You've
detective.
been trying to be a
You
detective.
teach so many.
All you want to do is fucking solve cases. All your ex-boyfriends say the same thing.
It's in your blood. To
She solved cases.
I hate to say, all my ex-boyfriends will definitely say I'm always trying to
She
solve
cracks
cases.
another case on the boyfriend files.
Damn it! This is what I meant to do.
That's why I'm not married. Whatever.
Detective, psychologist.
The whatever was amazing.
Yo, but
Whatever.
I need to
Fuck
plug
it,
my I need to plug my new
teacher.
song while we hear
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's talk about that.
my new song, No Plans. Obviously,
No plans. is hot.
obviously, I took advantage of what we're all going through in 2020, and you know, this is how it happened. Basically, I made the song way before nobody had plans.
Oh,
when
really?
people still had plans.
Damn,
on
how
a
you
night
know?
on a night when I was low key sad, I had no plans. And then whenever this pandemic started, I noticed everybody was putting the hashtag and posting in their captions, no plans at home, no plans, no plan. And I was like, wait a minute, I have a song called No Plans.
Yeah.
COVID is huge.
So I decided it was the perfect time to drop it.
And people fucking with it.
Yo, it's actually like my fastest growing single I've ever dropped. And the craziest
Hell
thing
yeah.
is, it's my first single I've ever dropped where I haven't put out a video. I usually put out the video right away with the single. So the song's been out now for like 2 months. I haven't put out a video yet. And the single's like booming, popping. There's no video yet. And so I'm hoping that now when I drop this video, I'm going to show you guys the intro when we're done with this. And you're going to crack the fuck up. I think that this video is going to make it pop off. Like, for real.
My brother, he writes songs, and also he listens to a lot of different music. And I don't know if he necessarily is the biggest Chanel West Coast fan. I don't know if he's like a diehard Chanel West Coast fan.
That sounds mean.
No, I don't think he listens to your stuff. That's what I'm saying. To not even
Oh.
know. I don't think
So he
like,
don't know my shit.
Yes. And he heard No Plans, and he came to me and was like, yo, Chanel song she put out, it's kind of dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, he was
Tell
like,
him
yo,
I
that
said
shit,
thank you.
yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I wasn't going to end it with a mean note. And he was like, fuck that shit. The worst
No.
song. No, he was like, no, her song is actually hard. And I listened to it again, and I was like, no, I thought that shit was actually dope.
Thanks.
No, you know, I tell you when I think shit is dope. I think that I'm always been real with you, but I think you're an amazing artist. And I think that you constantly, if nothing else, I always tell people I'm jealous of you because, no,
Shut up.
I'm being dead serious because you go so hard and like you have a fucking confidence that like is the confidence of only stars. Stars have that confidence. What stars are made of, and it's the confidence I wish I had at times. And I'm always like, Chanel has this fucking confidence of like, I'm gonna fucking do what the fuck I want to do. And I'm like, damn, I wish I had
Fuck
that
this
big.
Yeah, but
career
you don't
after.
even-
I
When
wish
I
I
was
had that big dick energy. Shit.
Oh shit, that was a big hit. when I was in high school, I started rapping, and it was so funny because at first, like, everybody was like, this bitch is fucking crazy. Like, they were like they would laugh at me. My one friend, JJ, was the one who was like, he's like, yo.
Dynamite.
No, he was.
What?
He
Nobody gets that.
No.
I thought you killed the fly.
JJ was like, yo. He was like, that's just, he's like, that's just impressive.
I thought you killed the fly.
So anybody want to hit this and help me out?
You were so happy with yourself.
Um,
Wow, I killed the fly. Dynamite. Yeah.
What's it called? But yeah, no. People used to think I was crazy, and that's what made me more confident. I think was the more people hated and the more people that were like trying to stop me. It almost became, at this point, it's super comical to me. It's like the more people hate on me, it becomes more comical because it's like I've you know, I don't know. I've worked with a lot of like dope people and like people who are OGs who are like, you're dope, da da da. And then so when somebody who's like not on that level of somebody who's told me I'm dope, like has like a hater comment to say or something like that, like it becomes comical to me because I'm like who's your opinion compared to some of the people who've said I'm dope? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me personally, like, you know, for me knowing you, I think for a while as an artist as well, I think you you're cool in the beginning, but I think you're coming into your own as an artist now.
Thank you.
And I think that you, like, I honestly wish that some of the features, some of the things, people you worked with, that you had an opportunity to work
That
with
I got
them
now. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Thank
because
you.
I think you're coming to your own now. So
If-
I'm like, yo.
I hope that all those people watch this, listen, and hear you because I would like to get them all back to do a feature again.
I would tell you that, like, you know, sometimes as an artist, I thought, like, you know, you
Some
were.
shit was premature.
Yeah, and then I thought you were like trying to, you know, a lot of times as an artist, you try to give what you think people want versus do what you like. What makes you an artist is to create from your experiences or how you feel, instead of just being like, well, what do you think people want to hear? Well, that's not how you necessarily get to a hit record. I think a lot of times artists do that when they're young artists. So I think you did that, like a lot of people do. And I think now you're coming into your own, that you're like, you know what, I kind of know who I am more, so I can just create from that. And I think you get more pure music and you make better music now.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Kristen, I think you're an
I'm
amazing
gonna
artist
listen,
too.
listen to No Plans.
Yeah, listen to No Plan.
Yeah, you gotta bump that a few
I haven't
times.
heard it yet.
Do a TikTok video, Chris.
I feel bad.
It's okay.
I don't know why. I feel like I should have saw it
It's
on
all
your
good.
Instagram, but
Do a TikTok.
No,
Chris.
once the
plans.
video drops, until it's gonna be
hey, I
better.
want to see the beginning. Is it a quarantine theme? Like, do you?
Kind of.
Is
I
the video
couldn't-
self-aware of quarantine?
Well, I couldn't. I mean, the original. It's so funny. Whenever I write a song, like people always make fun of me in the studio. They're like, Chanel, you haven't even wrote the second verse or the hook yet, and you're already talking about the video. like you need to slow down. And I'm just like a very visual person, you know. So it's like funny, like with this song.
You're a detective.
I had
Hey,
like
baby. Hey, Wrigley.
I had way different visions, but obviously because of quarantine and, you know, the pandemic, I couldn't make them fully happen, but I did as good as I could, and we made a very safe, COVID-free video.
So nobody got COVID on this video.
No, we were, I made sure people on set were wearing masks.
Temp
we had
checks?
hand sanitizer.
Temp checks.
Like, it was like,
Oh, you ain't gonna answer that part.
what? Wait, what?
I said temp check.
No, we didn't. I wanted to do that, but like,
I got one. You want to use it?
well, the video passed.
Oh,
already, but
damn.
I'll shoot again.
What?
on the day of, I was like, we need to do that, and like we just couldn't get the thing like.
Because
fast
people
enough.
just feel safer. And you ain't even never got to tell them what the number is either. Nobody ever turns it around for you.
Yeah.
They just do this. They be like, all right, you good to go. That shit don't even work probably half the time. That ridiculousness.
It's a barcode
we go to
scanner.
each set, we get out our cars and shit. As soon as you got your car, they be there fucking pointing at your fucking head. And-
What does it have to be? Do you know?
It's
Yeah, it's got to be
98,
under. It has to be
97.
under. I think for an adult, I think under 100, or you can't go to 101 as an adult. I think as a baby, is it the opposite? Baby 103, something
Are
like
you
that.
joking?
What?
That's like fucking like a real fever.
Babies get hot.
No.
What? I think it might be the other way around.
No,
It's one or the
you
other.
can't be above 98. I
No,
think.
98 is your normal temperature. 98.6 is your normal temperature.
Remember the Winter Fresh commercial?
Yeah, 98.6, motherfucker. That's not. I learned that shit.
98.6 degrees inside your,
Your mouth.
Put in a Winter Fresh mouth. It tastes much,
Cooler.
much, yeah.
Cooler.
Oh my god.
Icy clue flavor.
That tastes
Icy
much,
cooler.
much
Hate each
cooler.
other. This was meant to be. This was fucking meant to be. Like,
Yeah.
too much.
Well,
It says it's the same temperature for babies, but I mean, according to Google, but 98.6.
Thank you, fact checker.
You're wrong.
You hear that,
John,
Mr.
don't you
Google?
ever fucking go against me again. You're wrong.
You're right. Absolutely. I'm sorry.
What are you going to say, Chris? Wrigley's on you. The love of your life.
yeah, she's
Chris has sex with my dog.
left me.
Does Wrigley
Telling
make
you.
Winter Fresh?
No, we're just like in love. It's just a platonic.
She's in love. You're not in love, you fucking liar.
Wait, were
You're
we
right.
just talking about Winter Fresh and then randomly brought up Wrigley right after?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That
I
really
totally
happened?
said that.
Conspiracy.
I did. You're a detective.
She's a detective. Conspiracy.
I just feel like this is one big red conspiracy, you know?
We get it, Chris. That was trash.
Fuck, I know it's
Get the
bad.
fuck out of here while we
It was
can.
bad.
John, take us away.
Thanks for watching, guys. As always, rate us 5 stars on iTunes. You know, leave a comment on YouTube. Thanks, Janelle, for being out here. You the best.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you,
Chanel,
Chanel.
let's go.
The
Thank you so
entire
much.
cast of MTV joins me.
Yeah, we're
Between-
96% of MTV. We're 96%. They got rid of Wild 'N Out.
Wait,
now
but
we're
why is Rob?
96%.
Why are we 96 and Rob's only 4?
No,
Rob's
Robin's
included in that 96. Rob's
He's with
yeah,
us.
he's insulated.
Your ridiculousness is 96.
Did Chanel song?
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Oh, set up Chanel's song. Can we clear
this?
Bitch, I'm independent. You got this. Well, I'm with EQ Distribution. Trying to work my way up to Rock Nation. If you want to pass that message to Jay-Z for me.
They were like right here before. I think they fell
you
out of
never
my
said-
bag. Zip it up and zip it out.